Trace Gallagher is live in Las Vegas for us this afternoon. Trace?
And, Shep, I think it's vital to give you perspective on how vast this crime scene was and how it kind of went down. I want to go back to those windows on the 32nd floor in Mandalay Bay. As you said earlier, those are 2 rooms. We understand that the shooter actually built platforms up on top so he could get a better angle shooting down at the crowd. It's deceiving because the windows look like they're facing the same way. Well, they're not. The window on the right is actually about a 45-degree difference, which is why investigators say he was so effectively able to shoot down at various parts of the crowd. Now, you look down here at the stage directly across the street. The 22,000 were in front of that stage, and between the window and the stage, we're about 300 yards behind. And if you look over here, all the way across, when that stampede started, Shep, you've got a line of shoes and handbags and bottles. And now look at this. This gate was actually in concrete, and the crowd kind of pushed their way through this. And as you kind of wind your way over here, what happened is they pushed their way across the street to this building down there. You can hear these guys pulling the window out. Well, some of the victims actually went in there and they broke this window because they wanted to use that as shelter. And there's a line of blood down there. This right here is the backside. You can see the tail section of an airplane over there. This is the backside of McCarran Airport, and this was where it kind of ended. This was another fence that was pushed down, and people were actually making their way onto the grounds of McCarran Airport. Listen now to a few more of the witnesses.
It was pretty much like a war scene inside. I've seen a lot of stuff in my day with the fire department. It was hard to see even the bodies that are outside down the street here that were carried probably a half a mile from the incident. Honestly, I probably pronounced 15 to 20 people inside. It's a very sad day.
We ran, and everybody's hiding everywhere. I mean, they're hiding under the bleachers and the stanchions and anywhere they could, and everyone's telling us to run as fast as you can.
Run as fast as you can. And we should also note that inside the Mandalay Hotel, because of the gunfire, because of the smoke, the alarms went off, Shep, and that was one of the ways that police were able to hone in on that area so quickly, Shep.
And what more do we know about the gunman himself, Trace?
Yeah, well, Stephen Paddock, it's kind of amazing because you heard earlier some sound from his family, and they said at one point in time that they never expected this, and they think that he might have just snapped. This is not the case of a man who snapped. This was meticulously and methodically planned. We're talking about days. The Mandalay Bay, as you know, nobody has better security than casinos in Vegas. Surveillance video. They're going to go through the last 4 days of surveillance video and try and put together a timeline on exactly how Stephen Paddock got those guns, 10, 11, maybe more guns inside the hotel, how he hid them to get them inside. They're going to be doing that. And then you go back to his house in Mesquite, Texas, nothing out of the ordinary. He owned some guns. He was a hunter. He was a private pilot. And they say there is right now no connection at all to terrorism. Shep.
Trace, tell us more about the woman apparently living with him, described as a girlfriend.
Yeah, very quickly, we don't really know, Shep, if they actually lived together as boyfriend or girlfriend or simply as roommates. The reason that her name came up is because her debit card was actually inside the hotel room in the Mandalay Bay. We don't know how it got there, if he used her card. Right now, we know that she's out of the country. She is not considered as being part of the shooting, but they still want to talk to her because she may have vital information on how this thing happened, Shep.
Trace Gallagher in Las Vegas, thank you.